Hi. Here we go now. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. Mike today, Jim Ross, and Booker T here. And, and today on NXT, we're going to have a good show here today. On NXT, Mike today says. Yes, we are, Mike. We're going to have a good show here today on NXT. We're coming up to the King and Queen of the Ring, Jim Ross says. And we wonder who's going to be the King or Queen of the Ring this year. I can tell you one thing, Mike and Jim. One thing, Mike today and Jim Ross. I don't know who it's going to be, Booker T said. Whoever it's going to be, it's going to be a good show. I can tell you that. And now we're going to bring... Now we got someone who's now going to come to the ring now. Whoa. Alright. Now Booker T said someone's going to come to the ring now. And we'll see what kind of match he or she's going to have. Alright, Miko Santini says. The first thing is first. I think I should have been in the King of the Ring. I mean, yeah, you hear a lot of folks come out here and bitch about what matches they should have been in and stuff like that. You know, and I can't stand up without falling over. So that's a whole other thing. And I know I didn't get... sorry for that burp. I know I didn't get chosen, you know, to be King of the Ring, which I truly believe I should have been. But that's alright, because I think that I know what I should do. You see, I know there's one winning out there that I know that I'm going to be good at. Alright? I'm just a little irked that I didn't get chosen to be in the King of the Ring. But that's alright. I'm going to let it go. Because I don't want to hold up the show, you know, bitching and ranting about the unfairness of it all. But I do think Miko Santini, it strikes me, okay, stand up. Alright, this just strikes me a little odd that the show would start out with a wrestler, a fighter, a sports gleesman, whatever you want, overstar, whatever you want to call, whatever name you want to call what folks do when they get into a wrestling ring. Whatever, you know. But I didn't think you were going to be the one that was going to be, you know, holding up the show. Corone, Astronema, I'm not holding up the show. I was on my way out when you came out. You know. So you got to think a way to stand up. I can't stand up without a stand. If I do, I just fall over. So I gotta lean against the ropes. Well, anyway, there goes the coughing now. I'll start it up. So anyway, I just want to say that, you know, just irked that I'm not in the King or Queen of the Ring this year. But I didn't mean to hold up the show. Well, if you didn't mean to hold up the show, then how about you need to get out. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Well, you know, Mike today says the show started out with, you know, Miko Santini, you know, stand up. Okay, now you can't stand up anymore. What the stand up. Alright. So we didn't think the show was going to start out, you know, with Miko Santini, you know, being irked that he wasn't at King or Queen of the Ring, Mike today says. No, we did not, Jim Ross said. But I guess that goes that old saying where, you know, anything can happen in the World Wrestling Gathering, which, the Toy Wrestling Gathering, which it hasn't been our saying, it needs to be our saying. It was the old saying in WWF at one time, Jim Ross says. Yeah, I believe it was. Mike Today says, I believe it was, Mike Today said that it was, one of those, that it was, one of the good shows out there. Well, first off, the one thing we gotta say, get our way. Well, the first thing we gotta say is Booker T says, well then, tell me who is going to do, the show. What's going to truly happen at the show? Well, we think we know. And here comes Becky Lynch coming to the ring now. Alright, everyone. I, the TWF, the women's world heavyweight fighter, and it seems to be there's someone out there who, that I haven't put my winnings on stake yet, so I think that it'd be a good time, that I do it. So, who wants to be the one that thinks they're woman enough to take the women's winnings off of me? Oh, I do. I think I'm woman enough to take it off of you. Dakota Kai says. I also have Io Shirai with me, who can't stand up, so I'm just going to put her there. And I got Kairi Singh on the other side. Asuka's wounded. Angelina Love, why she didn't come out is beyond me. So, you think you're going to be woman enough to take my winnings off of me? Is that what you think? Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I think we're going to have that match, Astronema says. But no, we're not going to have the half of the Wounded Lead out here. So, Io Shirai, Kairi Singh, you two are not going to be here. So you gotta leave the ring now. And now we're gonna get on with the match. Shit. And I just fell over. Stand up. Stand up! Alright. So we're gonna have a fight. We're gonna have a fight lord. Or a fight overseer. Yeah, we are. Once I take down this again. And now we are. Well, this is for the Women's World Heavyweight Winnings. First, she is the leader of the Wounded Lead, Dakota Kai. And she is the Women's World Heavyweight Fighter, Becky Lynch, standing. Well, Dakota Kai can run at Becky Lynch and knocked her down with that leg thing she always does. Dakota Kai, along with Angelina Love, and along with Io Shirai and Kairi Singh and Asuka, the Wounded Lead. And Dakota Kai wants to be the first Southeast Sidelander, New Zealander to win the Women's World Heavyweight Winnings here. This time it didn't work. Now knocked her down with that boot again. Mike Today says. Well, Jim Ross says Dakota Kai thinks she's one of the greatest women wrestlers to ever come from the Folkreich of New Zealand, but that wouldn't be true. Toni Storm came from there, and she's an AEW. Well, see, here you go again, Booker T said, putting AEW over WWE again. You know, there you go again, Booker T says. And at the end of the day, who really cares? Who really cares? Oh, it isn't like most folks gave a shit about Toni Storm winning the AEW Women's Heavyweight winnings and then losing it if she ever won it to begin with. A lot of folks did care about Toni Storm being in AEW or fighting for the AEW Women's Heavyweight winnings, Booker T said. Jim Ross said, hey, Mike Lane said, Mike today said, no time to be fighting over this, Booker and Jim. We just saw Becky Lynch do the manhandle slam to Dakota Kai, Mike today says. We'll get a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner. And still the women's world heavyweight fighter, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is still the women's world heavyweight fighter. You know. And Becky Lynch is still the women's world heavyweight fighter, Mike today says, by beating Dakota Kai. And I know that's not going to go down very well, you know, for the Wounded Lead out there, Mike today says, that want to take over the toy wrestling gathering, but sadly just never ever happened. You know. You know, and it never happened, sadly. Mike today says, well, that's right, Jim Ross says. At the end of the day, it never happened. Or at least not the way that the Wounded Lead saw it happening. When the Wounded... Jim Ross said, when the Wounded Lead first showed up, it was Bayley and Angelina Love, along with Io Shirai, all believing that they were going to lord over the toy wrestling gathering. It didn't happen. Then Io Shirai came, then Dakota Kai came into it, then Kairi Sane and Asuka came into it. It just didn't work out, Jim Ross said. No, it did not, Jim and Mike. At the end of the day, the Wounded Lead didn't quite work out. Yeah, they kicked Bayley out, but they're nowhere near of overtaking the TWF when they were from the first day. And I believe we got a bind now, because now everyone... Well, here comes Angelina Love. The manhandle slam on Angelina Love. Manhandle slam on Io Shirai. Manhandle slam on Asuka came out of nowhere. The manhandle slam on Kairi Sane. And that's just leaving Dakota Kai coming out and Becky Lynch getting out of the ring before Dakota Kai can do anything. Well, that seemed to be a lie, Jim Ross said. It seemed to be a lie, Mike today says. That Dakota Kai told everyone that, oh, Asuka's out wounded. Angelina Love isn't here. You know. And that's shifted out to be a lie, Mike today says. I mean, Asuka in true life is wounded, Jim Ross says. But not in a toy wrestling gathering. That's right, Mike today said. She might be wounded in true life, but in the toy wrestling gathering, she's not wounded. Yeah, toys really can't get wounded, Mike and Jim. They can get broken. Their heads can come off. Their arms and legs can come off. But they really can't get wounded because they're not man-like, woman-like beings to get wounded. Alright, take it away, Mike today said Gene Okerlund. Thank you, Mike today and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Becky Lynch. Today I'm going to be talking with the Wounded Lead here. And here on NXT. Tonight, you ran your mouth off so far, but you didn't back up your words. What do you mean I didn't back up my words, Gene Okerlund? You like this shirt? You want to hunt it? That's enough. Hey, really nice stunt there, you fucking bitch. Who? Any more of you piss ants got any more sayings? Who are you, Angelina Love? Who are you, Angelina Love says. Blow out your rear hole, Angelina Love. I know women can take out your kneecap. Hey! Haha. Hold it. I don't need any of us being sent home or fired for having a fight with a wretchful old man. First off, Gene Okerlund, can't play with anyone. That's how awake this world is these days. 2, I had a good goal. I was going to take care of Becky Lynch. I was become the women's world heavyweight fighter. Then I was going to get I was going to get Asuka and Kairi Singh, and they're going to win back the TWF Women Tag Team winnings. Then, at the end, Io Shirai was going to beat Bayley, and she was going to win back the W Women's Heavyweight winnings. And Angelina Love, well, I'd come up with something for her to do. Well, it looks like you lied, because all your wounded-led sisters were still together, right? That wasn't a lie. Asuka is out wounded in true life, so it wasn't lying about that. We will be lording over the toy wrestling gathering. Sooner or later, it will be happening. And a bloody, irked, angered, bald man like you will have less things to bitch and rant about. Well, the wounded led, being shameful once again, not showing any onlook. Back to you, Mike Today and Jim Ross. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Dakota Kai, Angelina Love, Io Shirai, Kairi Singh, and Asuka here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. Oh, hold on, I do got one more little thing before we end the show here. Alright, Gene Okerlund said, I'm here with Becky Lynch. Alright, Becky Lynch. Well, I saw what happened out there, Gene Okerlund, and I'm all about onlook. You see, Dakota Kai, Angelina Love, Io Shirai, Kairi Singh, and Asuka, they forgot what onlook is. I beat Dakota Kai. And if I gotta go through Angelina Love, Io Shirai, Kairi Singh, and Asuka, I will. And they're not going to be lording over the toy wrestling gathering. Well, Becky Lynch, we did see you out there beat Dakota Kai and give the manhandle slams to Angelina Love, Io Shirai, Kairi Singh, and Asuka. Yes. And I'm happy that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill won the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings. I'm happy that Bayley won the W Women's Heavyweight winnings. How we took all the gold away from the wounded lead. We brought those bullies down. Well, yes, Becky Lynch. You did bring those bullies down. Now, do you think the wounded lead is still going to come after you? If they do, I'll just do what I did before. Lay them on their backs. Shame them. Teach them a class of onlook, something they either never learned or never were taught. But I'll teach them. Alright, that's my talk with Becky Lynch. Back to you, Mike Today and Jim Ross. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Becky Lynch, and that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Mike Today, Jim Ross, and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Mike.